Good morning, Living Word Children's Church. It is wonderful to be spending another morning with you to encourage and inspire you through the stories of the Bible. The best way to start every morning is with praise and worship. So, ready? Let's go.
I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God.
We are no longer slaves to fear, especially in this time that we're going through now. That is so awesome to know. We do not have to fear. In the story we're going to see today, we see how Paul has no fear. In the storm that he's going through, he just stands firm in his faith, and that's so awesome. So let's have a look at the story for today.
Hey kids, have you ever been really scared? Maybe it's when you watched a scary movie, or when you went on a big roller coaster, or maybe you had a nightmare.
Well, today we're going to be talking about how God made Paul brave and how he can make us brave too. Paul had to take a ship ride to Rome.
Kids, this was no vacation for Paul. No, he was under arrest for being a Christian and on his way to be put on trial.
He was put on a ship with a bunch of other prisoners, and they crossed the Mediterranean Sea.
At first, everything was normal, and then it hit bad weather.
And here's where the story gets interesting. The ship crashed and everyone almost died.
Here's what happened. The waves started crashing into the ship, and it started to break apart.
So some people jumped and started swimming, and others held on to broken parts of the ship.
But the crazy thing is, everyone made it to shore and lived.
All 276 people survived the wreck, and here's the cool thing about it.
Paul was the hero of the story. When everyone was freaking out, Paul stayed calm, because God told him that everyone would make it safely to Rome.
So Paul told them God's promise, and that made everyone else calm too. Kids, God made Paul brave, even though he was in a super scary situation.
Here's what he said, memory verse. So take courage, for I believe God. Paul shows us that even in a scary situation, we can be brave too.
Even one person's faith can make a big difference. Paul was the only one on the ship who trusted God, but his faith helped everyone.
It's the same for us too. When we face something scary, we can be a good example to others by trusting God and staying calm.
So kids, next time something scary happens, remember this story.
And that when we trust God, He can make us brave.
Wow, what an incredible story. It is just amazing how Paul was able to stay completely calm throughout that whole scary situation because he had complete and utter faith that God was going to get him through that situation. And through his faith, how many other people were saved because of that. And that's incredible and so encouraging and inspiring for us that our faith can encourage and help so many other people. So I've got a fun little demonstration for us today that's going to show us something similar. So we've got a normal Coke and we've got a diet Coke. So I want you to look at the normal Coke, although it's sugar, I want you to see that sugar as faith. So that can has faith and the other can doesn't because it's a diet one, it doesn't have as much faith. So we're going to pop them in the water, which we can see like the storm and what happens to them. So there we've got our normal Coke. And here's the Diet Coke. So you can see that the normal Coke, the one that has faith, is standing firm. And even if I knock it, it's going to come right back down and stand. Whereas this Diet Coke, the one that has little faith, doesn't have much how it bobbles around. It just doesn't land on the bottom at all and it gets whisked away. And that's how we need to look at it. So when we have faith, we can stand strong. We can get through anything because we have God guiding us through that and helping us, encouraging us, and providing for us. Whereas the people that don't have faith, they are tossed and turned and they don't stand strong. I was really encouraged by how Paul prayed throughout that difficult situation while their ship was being tossed around, that he just prayed and stayed faithful. So I decided for today that we should make a prayer bottle. So whenever you feel like you're in a storm, you can look at your prayer bottle and what you've got inside it and be encouraged by it, inspired by it, and pray. So all you're going to need is a bottle. So I've used a coffee bottle. I have lots of these because I love coffee. And you can just soak it to get the labels off. And then you're going to need some supplies. What I've put is things that encourage me, but you might find something else that really inspires you or encourages you, and then you can put that in your bottle. For instance, someone might have given you a flower when you're having a really bad day, and how that made you feel and how you feel God put someone in your life to just encourage you and get you through that day. You might want to put a flower in there. So you can add anything or take anything out, but it's your prayer bottle to encourage you. Okay, so I've got these little hearts. So these hearts for me represent where did I see God's love today? And did I represent God's love as well to others? So I'm going to put those in. Then I have little leaves. So mine are glass beads, but you can find leaves or there's sequin ones that you can put in yours. And for me, these represent where did I see God's peace today? So I'm going to put those in. Then I have little mirrors. So these little mirrors represent, where did I see God in me today? Was I representing God well? And did I encourage others? So I'm going to put those mirrors in. So when I see those, I look at where's God in me. Then you can put some glitter. I didn't have glitter, so I've got some gold leaf. And this represents, how can I be a light in other people's lives? Or who needs some light shed in their life, and how can I help them? Then the last one, and I spoke about this a few weeks ago, was transformation. So these butterflies for me represent transformation. Where do I need transformation in my life, or who in my life needs some transformation that I can help them or pray for them that they may be transformed? So I'm going to pop those in. Now I'm going to put my lid on. Screw that tight. And now it's really pretty, but I can shake it about, and I put a little bit of soap in mine. So you might see a little bit of those bubbles, but that's a storm. We can see that like a storm in our lives, but that will always settle, and then we can see all those things that represent God and that they stand strong, and the calm comes. So I hope that encourages you guys, that when you look at your prayer bottle, it'll encourage you to pray and just have faith that God can get you through anything and He can reach anyone. We have one more song for you guys to enjoy, and then I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Bye!
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your life will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, then your life will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, shout amen. If you're happy and you know it, shout amen. Amen. If you're happy and you know it, then your life will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, shout amen. Amen. If you're happy and you know it, 2 or 3. Amen. If you're happy and you know it, 2 or 3.